Hey everyone, welcome back to Vital Healing. I'm Dr. Candida Schwartz. I'm a naturopathic doctor as well as an intuitive healer. And in honor of the May being Mental Health Awareness Month, and I wanted to do something for memory, for the aging brain. I wanted to do something for Alzheimer's, dementia, whether you're in prevention mode, somebody that you love is starting to show some signs of memory loss and it's causing you a little concern, or somebody actually, they've been diagnosed with some form of dementia. These are some things to think about. I've been very vocal on this channel about my mama, and she would have been 88 on Monday. She passed away 3 years ago. She died of cancer, but she struggled with Alzheimer's for 20 years. It was so painful. This is a personal topic and it's so painful. It's really, really tricky. And so it's very triggering. So I really wanted to discuss some really important things that I learned along the way. I didn't have the knowledge until I was actually a doctor, and it was a little bit too late, but there were things that I incorporated into her life that really optimized her life and ultimately gave her a longer, happier, healthier life than she would have had if I hadn't made those changes. So I'm just going to give you a few really important things, and I will break them down in prevention mode and also for people that are showing signs. I'm going to be talking about different labs that I think you should take, that you should get. I'll be talking about some supplements that you probably already know, but I just want to really push them because they're really important. And then a couple of supplements that maybe you know about or maybe you don't know about that are very helpful. Yes, okay. And so take a moment to like, subscribe, and share with anybody that might be interested. There's my little plug. Comment below on anything that you'd like to share with us. I love opening up conversation, any questions that you might have, and everything I will put below in the description, everything that I talk about, all the different supplements. And yeah, so let's just start. Okay, so first of all, also, if you are on medication or supplements already, please talk to your doctor before starting any of the supplements that I'm talking about today, okay? This is always important to do, okay? All right, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is CoQ10. CoQ10 is it's incredible for the body. It's an incredible vitamin that is so important for the body. Now, that being said, there are two different forms that you can buy, okay? And they are both wonderful. They're both CoQ10, but they have different, they do different things in the body, okay? So the first one I want to talk about is the Ubiquinone, and this is the more popular one. This is the one that when you buy CoQ10, you're probably going to get Ubiquinone, especially if it's a less expensive product. This is really great for the metabolism of energy within the cell. So it's going to give energy to the body. And it's great. That's great, right? Now, Ubiquinone, the body knows to transform it into ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is the active form of CoQ10. This is the one that's the powerful antioxidant that you want. Now, when you're over the age of 30, your body has a harder time knowing when to convert it into ubiquinone into ubiquinol, okay? There's also a genetic mutation that some people have that their bodies don't know how to convert it. So look into testing for that genetic mutation. And also, if you want to just be safe and you're over 30, get the ubiquinol. Pay the extra money, get the ubiquinol, okay? All right, that's the first thing I want to talk about. The second lab, and I've talked about this on the channel before, is the MTHFR. It's a simple blood test. Ask your doctor, especially if you have a holistic practitioner, an alternative holistic practitioner like a naturopath. Talk to them about getting that blood test, because if you have a genetic mutation, your health is going to be optimized greatly just by taking methylated vitamin B, okay? Now, the third thing I wanted to share with you is that there's a lot of talk about saying that Alzheimer's is they're calling it like diabetes type 3. So it's too much sugar in the body. It's too much, and ultimately it's too much inflammation. Okay, so any of your favorite ways to decrease inflammation and detox the body on a kind of regular basis, that is going to help. Pick your favorite one. Okay. I'm going to do a video on blood sugar regulating to help with some of those cravings when we're kind of decreasing our carbs in general. But I just wanted to say, like, ginger is a really easy, gentle one. Turmeric can be very helpful. If you have turmeric, make sure that you have some black pepper in the formula. Let's see, quercetin is really great. Boswellia is another great one, and I'll link some of my favorite supplements below because you can get 10% off with that link. So yeah, think about inflammation. It's not just going to mess up your joints, okay? The next thing that I wanted to talk about is gut-brain health, okay? And depression and anxiety and Alzheimer's. Anxiety alone is going to increase your inflammation in your body. So if all of your life you've struggled with chronic anxiety, you're naturally just automatically dealing with extra inflammation. So getting that anxiety under control. And I have several videos that I just did on anxiety and depression, okay? Depression and anxiety, again, with the nervousness, the foggy brain, whatever's going on up in your brain is going to affect your gut because your gut is your second brain. And so inflammation, serotonin production, all of the neurotransmitters, like there is such a strong connection in this gut-brain axis. So get your gut under control. My mother always struggled with a quote unquote terrible gut. She used to say it in Italian. But so yeah, she said in Italian, she would say this. She'd say, my gut is disgusting. She struggled and struggled and struggled, and she craved sugars, and especially as she got older, she just kind of abandoned herself, and she just had more and more sugar. She got sicker and sicker. She abandoned herself more and more. She got more and more depressed. It was just a perfect storm for her, okay? And she got really sick, and we lost her. Vitamin D. There it is. I'm just going to say it, especially if you live in like a northern climate, like we're in Maine. That's a northern climate, especially if you have olive skin, if you have darker skin, you need that vitamin D. And I like the liposomal vitamin D because it's fast absorbing, okay? Excuse me. The next thing that I used to do, the next thing is a supplement. And this is by Emerald, what is it called? Emerald Health Bioceuticals, and it's called Endobrain. They have a line of really cool supplements. They have Endo Bliss, Endo Calm, Endo Sleep, really great formula. These are really great formulas, and the reason I like them is that they work on the endocannabinoid system. So it's kind of like CBD, except you're using herbs. This one in particular is a really great formula that has bacopa and huperazine, and then it's also got some ginger, it's got some white peony, it's got clove, it's got some Szechuan pepper, echinacea, magnolia. Really great formula. This whole company is really fantastic. I really like them. So this is something to consider, okay? Now, if you are in prevention mode, think about the Ubiquinone. Think about the genetic testing. Another thing to do is fish oils. All of your omegas, all of those healthy omegas, really load up on them. We want to see your HDL on your blood test to be over 70, because that means you're having all of those beautiful protective fats in your body. The olive oil, the avocados, the nuts, the seeds, all of that stuff. I mean, walnuts, if you look at a walnut, it looks like a brain, for crying out loud, right? So think about that. okay? And think about getting on that vitamin D. And then for somebody who's already struggling with Alzheimer's, like my mom, I got her on a B complex. I made her go gluten and dairy free because it caused inflammation. So think about the foods that are causing inflammation that your body's reacting to. Think about you could, if they're not on a drug already, you could think about something like this. But I would say, if before you start the drug, I would do something like this. Once you're on the drug, I think it gets a little trickier. But the vitamin D, some fish oil, a B complex that's maybe methylated, especially if they test positive for the MTHFR. So those are some things that just naturally, those are supplements that just naturally you should be on. And think about that ubiquinol instead of ubiquinone. The other thing that I just really want to hit home for people that are struggling already with Alzheimer's and dementia, they are scared. They are reverting back to becoming little children. They need touch. So one thing that I used to do for mom every day, I'd give her a shower, and then I'd pretty her up. I'd do her hair. I'd put lotions in her hair. I always gave her a foot and leg rub after every shower, and she got a shower every day. And I would take really nice lotions, and I would put rosemary, a drop of rosemary oil and a drop of ginger oil. Really helpful for her circulation, really great for lymph moving, and also it brought the energy into the lower part of her body. It helped ground her. It helped her remember, I need to stay in my body. I need to be a little bit more present. And then she always like sparked up. I always put her on cute outfits. I would take her out to, I took her outside. I would put her in her, I would make her walk every day as much as she could. And every couple of hours I would make her walk, even if it was just to the bathroom. And I also would take her outside, and we'd go for walks in the neighborhood. And a lot of times I would have to put her in her wheelchair for that. Fresh air, just getting that fresh air was so good for her. Really so good for her. And the other thing that I think was really helpful with her is just to sit there and cuddle with her. I used to cuddle with her all the time. I was on her all the time. Actually, the couch, the arm of the couch is now kind of broken at my parents' house because I was literally always on it. It gave her comfort, and it gave her a will to live because she knew she was loved. And so drives, I used to take her for drives every day too if it was too cold to go for a walk. So those are the things that I wanted to share. I hope that this was a clear video. If this was confusing in any way, ask questions below. I'm happy to refilm it and upload a new one if it wasn't clear. I'll put all of the supplements that I discussed, all of the labs below, and you can of course use that 10% off link and create on Fullscript. It's a really great company, and they have lots of really great supplements and health personal care products like lotions and things like that. So take really good care of that beautiful brain of yours. Take really good care of all of your loved ones, of course, but especially for those aging wise ones, right? Okay. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.